Good morning this Tuesday, December 30th. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Thalia Hayden in for Mary Strong this morning. She's still feeling under the weather.
Okay.
It's going around, right?
A little bit, yes. I think I had it a couple weeks ago, yes.
Somebody we know is sick, always.
Just mild cold stuff for me.
Right. Well, we wish her luck to getting better.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery.
Is it 2026 yet?
Almost.
Almost?
Yeah, the countdown is certainly on, and a lot of people are getting nervous that plans could be ruined.
Well, we're looking at a chance of rain for Southern California as we move into the new year. I'll break it down as far as timing and how much we can expect to get as far as precipitation. That's all coming up.
All right. I know a lot of people are hoping it holds off.
Me too.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry. Check with you in a little bit.
Sure.
Topping the news this morning, the search continues for a local 27-year-old man who has been missing for more than a week. NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen has more on Daniel Hernandez and his family's desperate search for answers.
This is some of the last video footage of Daniel Hernandez, a 27-year-old La Quinta man who went missing on the 22nd. The footage was taken from the Santa Rosa pit stop's surveillance camera. It shows Hernandez talking with a cashier, handing items back and forth. Then later on showing Hernandez walking out of the pit stop and heading down the road. Now a week later, Hernandez's older brother Eric Patino says all they can do is hope Daniel is safe.
Just hope the best and hoping that he's okay and he's well somewhere. You know, we don't know where he's at. We just want him home, please.
Family says Daniel was driven by a friend up the mountain. Then the driver was arrested, and one of the officers said he would take Daniel home, but only dropped him off at the pit stop even though Hernandez's phone didn't have any charge. Now Patino says he's frustrated that his little brother was left all alone.
Why would the officer even allow him to, or drop him off right there knowing there's no sidewalks to get down this mountain or anything?
We've reached out to the California Highway Patrol, who was the arresting agency, to confirm the story and are waiting for a response. What we do know for sure is that according to Riverside County's jail information system, a name matching one provided by Hernandez's family does appear, showing an arrest date on December 22nd. And other locals who frequent the highway say they are worried too for Daniel Hernandez, saying the road is dangerous, especially on foot.
Yeah, I think pedestrian traffic would not be advised on this road for sure.
A lot of speeding traffic around the corners and people not paying attention too well. And it's dangerous to walk the highway. There's not really a shoulder to walk on.
That was our Brett Rosen reporting. If you have any information on Daniel's current location, you are asked to call the number on your screen right there. An investigation is underway in Desert Hot Springs after a man was found shot and killed inside a vehicle on Sunday. According to Desert Hot Springs police, they received a report of a shooting at around 7:30 in the evening on Avenida Candia. When police got to the scene, they found a man with gunshot wounds inside a vehicle. The man died at the scene and is having his identity withheld until further notice. The shooting is still under investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call the Desert Hot Springs Police Department at the number you see on your screen. A 46-year-old felon awaiting trial died in his cell in Banning on Monday. Deputies at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility are investigating the death of Quadir Boykin. Authorities say Boykin was discovered inside a housing unit cell around 12:40 a.m. Monday morning. Despite life-saving measures, he died at the scene. Boykin was awaiting trial on grounds of arson and other charges. Officials are investigating but say there was no signs of foul play. The investigation remains ongoing. Okay, let's take that live look outside right now from your Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. Look at that, the stage ready to go. Casino getting ready for their New Year's Eve celebrations. Jerry is in the weather center to tell us if it'll be raining on our parade, Jerry.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
No.
Do we? No. Okay, well, we'll take a look at the full forecast and break it down as far as how much rain we can expect to get. Right now, 59 degrees in Palm Springs. Winds a little breezy and 33% relative humidity. 32 degrees right at freezing at Big Bear, 47 Yucca Valley, 56 under clouds at Desert Hot Springs, 54 Thousand Palms and Palm Desert. San Gorgonio Pass, 58 Banning, 61 degrees at Cabazon. Winds a little gusty. San Gorgonio Pass, it's that Santa Ana wind flow, offshore flow through the pass, just breezy here in the valley, but we still have that wind advisory for the west end of the valley. San Gorgonio Pass, Mountains, Inland Empire. That expires at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So Santa Ana wind flow, that'll keep us dry today. Temps slightly above normal, low to middle 70s, and we're expecting clouds to move in and out of the area. We're watching a low pressure center which was near the coast last week. It moved down to the southwest. Now it's coming back. It's a cutoff low and beginning to bring some clouds into the area. The low will bring us a chance of rain as we move into the next few days. It'll be offshore today as far as rain estimates. It'll move its way west of us. That'll be tomorrow. You can see better coverage on New Year's Day in Southern California. We'll take a look at other computer models as far as amounts for us in the valley. As far as dew points, 30s today, peak temps at around 3 o'clock, including 72 at Palm Springs and Indio, 73, Cathedral City, 74, Rancho Mirage today. Comfort Air 3-day numbers go down, rain chances go up. Could see some light showers late in the day on Wednesday, but Thursday looks like the rain day, mid 60s for highs. Like I said, we'll break it down. Look at a couple computer models, what we can expect for precipitation in Southern California on the way.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Palm Springs officials want to update the public on the South Palm Canyon Bridge roadwork project. Work will continue into the new year. Starting next week, there will be daytime lane closures as crews work on gas line installation. Now, if you do take the bridge, only one lane will be open during that time, and East Sunny Dunes Road will be on red flash. The following week, roadwork will carry over to the evening from 6 p.m. until 4 in the morning. That's to allow for entire road closures of South Palm Canyon Drive between East Sunny Dunes Road and Mesquite Avenue. Crews will be directing traffic to Bellardo Road during that time. And after nearly a week of being closed down, authorities reopened Indian Canyon Drive in Palm Springs on Monday. NBC Palm Springs' Kaylee Robinson spoke with drivers about the Christmas flooding closure.
That's the sound of traffic filling the area of North Indian Canyon Drive after nearly a week has passed following its closure due to the dirt and debris brought by the holiday storm. And for residents like Nate Swam, who takes this road every day to earn a living, it's a sigh of relief.
Oh yeah, I'm excited, and I'll be able to plan for a shorter trip and maybe pick up an extra call once in a while.
But for others, like cab driver William Baker, the moment is bittersweet, as it causes frustration that has lasted beyond the current situation.
So how has this been inconveniencing your drives?
Well, first of all, the clients don't want to pay the extra fare to go around either to Whitewater or to Date Palm. It almost feels like I'm going to Banning. Other than that, I just feel it's ridiculous. I mean, they've let it go for so many years.
And though efforts are being done to alleviate the ongoing problem with the bridge under construction, the indifference grows.
Residents are inconvenienced. That's the way it is at this point.
That was Kaylee Robinson reporting. And with Christmas festivities winding down, the Valley is now getting ready to ring in the new year. We wanted to tell you what's happening Wednesday night at Agua Caliente Casinos, if you haven't heard. This year's celebration has been dubbed the Frozen Oasis, hopefully not the rainy oasis. And all three casino locations in Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, and Cathedral City are taking part. In Palm Springs, there will be that outdoor fireworks celebration. That's why we don't want the rain. In Rancho Mirage, they're taking the party indoors with Casey and the Sunshine Band. And in Cathedral City, there will be the Rockin' Party with free entertainment like the New Originals and DJ Ebony. Their evening will ring in the new year with a drone show. So all three casinos are throwing some big celebrations, and you could swing by any of those locations starting at 8 p.m. Wednesday night. Our NBC Palm Springs evening and digital team will be out there live to ring in the new year as well. And to help prevent impaired driving this New Year's holiday, the Walter Clark Legal Group is offering free rides across the Coachella Valley starting today. The Safe Ride Home program will cover up to $50 for one-way cab or Lyft rides from 10 at night to 3 in the morning, Tuesday through Thursday, in cities including Palm Springs, Indio, La Quinta, and Palm Desert. Uber rides are not included, and reimbursements are limited to one per household per day. It's important to note here, you must register for the program prior to that free ride. Details to sign up on our newsroom tab on our website, nbcpalmsprings.com. Also, don't forget that Sunline is offering free bus fares across the valley. Routes 1 through 9 are available free of charge from now until January 2nd, so you can take advantage of that as well. And you may want to take up Walter Clark or Sunline because the California Highway Patrol ramping up operations across the region to crack down on New Year's Eve DUI driving. Their holiday enforcement period starts Wednesday at 6 in the evening and will run through late Thursday night. Officers from Riverside to Blythe will be out in force. Last year, CHP arrested nearly 500 people across the state. First-time DUI offenses, guys, can come along with fines and penalties averaging around $13,500. Impaired drivers could also have their license suspended, so you want to avoid that for sure. 10 past the hour this Tuesday morning. Coming up on your morning news, we will take a look at what food trends you should pay attention to in the new year. And later on, our Alondra Campos has more on a local youth organization taking a stand on immigration rights. Stay tuned for that. But first, let's head outside and take that live look at your Agua Caliente camera in Rancho Mirage. Still dark out there. Sun has not risen yet. Also planning some New Year's festivities there. You might want to go there because it is an indoor party with the rain possibly on the way. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen has your 7-day forecast straight ahead. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
It is now time for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. The Trump administration announced the amount of funding each state will get for the first year of the Rural Health Transformation Program. The awards range from $145 million to $281 million. The program will award $50 billion over 5 fiscal years. Half of the money will be split evenly among states. The other half will be awarded through a point system based on a set of criteria. Of that second half of discretionary funds, about 20% is based on a state's commitment to specific policy actions. The provision granting states extra points if they agree to implement Trump administration policies has drawn criticism. States will be rescored each year and funds may be clawed back. Every new year, there is a tendency to shift to a new food pattern preference, and experts say some of these trends may be better for you than others. Mandy Gaither takes a deep dive.
Move over, cottage cheese. There are some new it foods in town.
There are things that trend and ebb and flow.
Registered dietitian Julia Sumpano with Cleveland Clinic says the first new food trend she expects to see in 2026, more mushrooms.
Mushrooms such as reishi and lion's mane can help with stress. They're considered adaptogens, and you'll find them in things like coffee and drinks and added into protein shakes.
Zumpano says mushrooms are very healthy and a good source of B vitamins, selenium, fiber, and potassium. She says they can also support a healthy immune system, brain, heart, and gut. Speaking of gut health, Zumpano expects it to continue to be a big trend next year, too.
Gut-friendly foods such as resistant starches and probiotics and prebiotics, I think will still be a very strong foundation of health trends in 2026.
GLP-1 weight loss medications are driving the next trend. Zumpano says to expect smaller portion sizes in the new year as those on the medicine have a decreased appetite, and expect protein to still be a big trend, but she expects people to move more toward balanced meals with an emphasis on protein, but also adding in fiber. And finally, a focus on omega-3s.
They're support brain health. They help reduce inflammation. They're found in fatty fish and certain nuts and seeds.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Although Christmas is over, Sandy Claus and Scotty the retired elf are still spreading some holiday cheer. Let's take a look at their most recent find.
Sandy, look where we are now. We're in Mountain Gate in Palm Springs.
Yes, we are. Now, you almost fell out of the sleigh when you were flying through one year, right?
Oh my God, it was so windy. I got knocked off the sled, but I landed here, so I landed okay.
Oh my God, yes, you did. And we have landed at this fabulous house. If you think the outside is good,
wait till you see inside. Should we show them?
I think so. Let's do it.
Well, I'm Carmen, and
I'm Julie.
And my wife, Julie. And we've been doing decorations since we started dating.
And went our first home in '88.
Well, the outside is done by Julie, and she takes time, little by little, organizing the colors to every bush that you see. She's 72, and she climbs the roof to put up the roof. Like, that's real dangerous. I do all the inside work.
Looks like a Hallmark house.
With lots of bears.
We have a bear for every year we've been together. It took us a week.
A week.
Easy.
My wife and I get to either plan this and do this and then go on vacation somewhere.
I just like the lights.
Yeah, we love lights.
No, but don't cover me. It looks good. Just look, I'm not covering you.
All right, fine. Jeez. Oh my gosh. The inside of that house, was that not unreal?
The teddy bears, the Christmas trees, it was amazing.
So much good stuff. Well, I'm gonna have to say, you look really good on this sign.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do. And this house is, guess what? Sandy approved.
And Scotty.
Yes.
Do these two make you laugh or what? They are great. Thank you, Sandy and Scotty. And if you would like more information on the stories this morning, you can always go to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. You'll find our top stories and breaking news and our newsroom tab where our stories and community events are organized by date. It's all there. Okay, let's head over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in our forecast. Jerry.
Yeah, checking the weather headlines. We'll see clouds thicken today and especially tomorrow as the system begins to approach the coastline. Temps go down tomorrow with rain chances going up. We'll see some showers in Southern California on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. What does it mean for us in the valley? We'll check that out next.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
6 a.m. Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com.
The clouds we're seeing on our Walter Clark 111 cam are associated with a storm that's well offshore, but will bring rain to Southern California. Yesterday, near normal numbers in the valley. We had 70 degrees in Palm Springs, 69 are normal. Today, we'll be in the low 70s, but clouds begin to thicken over the next couple of days. A lot of 60s in the valley, although 53 at Indio. Winds a little gusty, still around the San Gorgonio Pass. Santa Ana wind flow with us, not as strong as yesterday, but a wind advisory still in effect for those same areas. West end of the valley, San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs, Inland Empire area mountains. That expires at 1 o'clock today. So after today, the winds back off late tonight through tomorrow. Should not be an issue as we move into later this week. But radar showing rain offshore right here. Nothing for Southern California. It's all part of a system that's approaching us. It's offshore, but making its way to the north right now, and a lot of bands moving into Southern California as far as clouds. No rain today, but we do have clouds. Temps in the lower 70s today with that Santa Ana wind flow. 72, 73s today for highs. Overnight lows 50s and 60s for the Coachella Valley, slightly above normal with those numbers with clouds overhead. And then we move into Wednesday. The low pressure center begins to approach the coastline. More moisture gets pulled up into the area. Evening showers a possibility west of the Coachella Valley, according to the GFS forecast. Widely scattered stuff on New Year's Day, 60s for highs. And as far as estimates, according to the ensemble forecast, nothing today. As far as tomorrow, most of the action to the west of us and hundredths of an inch for most of us with that system. Again, late in the day tomorrow, and then widespread rain on Thursday, New Year's Day, the first of the year, 2026. Could get up to maybe 3/10 of an inch according to this forecast. Not as much as you look at the NOAA forecast here. Hit and miss light showers late New Year's Eve night. Nothing to ruin a party. And then most of the rain falling on Thursday, with maybe the most falling between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in the Coachella Valley, and most of that will be in the west end, talking maybe 2/100ths of an inch. Snow level quite high right now. It'll be at 11,000 feet Wednesday, then dropping to 9,500 feet by Thursday, but still well above the tram, which means a lot of rain for the tram. And by the time it falls to 8,400 feet on Friday morning, a lot of the moisture will have moved out of the area, so maybe an inch. Okay, Comfort Air 7-day forecast, low 70s today. Thickening clouds, no rain today. Could see some light showers late in the day on Wednesday. Best shot of on and off showers. That'll be Thursday, the 1st of 2026.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Hashtag Holiday Calendar and Pop Quiz brought to you by One Coachella Valley. We're exploring the calendar. Not a lot on the calendar for these holidays as we are around the holidays. You know what I mean? Christmas, there's not much but Christmas going on.
Right.
And today, Tuesday, December 30th, 2025, just a couple things out there. Falling Needles Family Fest Day is today. It's a day to encourage families to clean up and recycle their real Christmas trees into eco-friendly ways, like maybe creating winter bird shelters, it says here. Mulch is a good thing, all right?
So use it, reuse
recycle
it.
your tree, okay. Also, National Bacon Day is today. International Bacon Day, September 5th, but today's National Bacon Day. For carnivores, it's meat candy.
People love bacon. Yep. They've even turned it into candy. Have you ever had that sweet bacon?
Seriously?
A lot of places do that. Yeah, like glazed bacon.
And I always say it's a vegetarian's downfall. Bacon.
Yeah, it is good.
Also, Festival of Enormous Changes at the Last Minute Day is today. It's a day to finalize unfinished goals, prepare New Year's resolutions. Think about that. Reflect the past year and look forward to a new one.
Love that.
Okay.
So important.
And changes. That'll be our key word in today's pop quiz. Like I said, loosely related to one of the days. And here we go. 2 changes questions. In 1972, English singer-songwriter, musician David Bowie released an alt-pop song titled Changes, featuring prominently on Bowie's Changes is this musician who would find fame of his own around the same time as a keyboard player for the progressive rock band Yes. Name the man who plays keyboards on Bowie's Changes, which is playing in the background. Is it A, Boz Scaggs, B, Lou Reed, or C, Rick Wakeman? Bring it up a little bit. David Bowie, Changes, while Thalia thinks.
You got me on this one, Jer, but I'll go with Boz Scaggs.
Okay. Control room. Who do you think this is?
I love the song.
It's a great song, yeah.
All right, Nick, what do you have?
Okay.
So Nick C, Harrison B, Rico
One of each
C.
here. Okay. Who said C in the control room? Rick Wakeman?
All right.
Yes.
Nick and Rico.
To the yes man. Yeah, Rick Wakeman is the answer. Okay, second changes question. Multiple choice, of course. This activist and scholar played a pivotal role in numerous protests and movements, from anti-Vietnam War marches and black feminism to LGBTQ plus rights. She's also famous for this quote: "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept." Name this famed crusader. Ooh. Is it A, Amanda Gorman, B, Angela Davis, or C, Rosa Parks? I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. Control room. Got a B, and a B, and a B.
I guess they're going to go with them.
Gonna go with B. Yeah, it's a pretty easy one, I think. Yeah, Angela Davis.
All right.
You are correct.
Phew, thanks, guys.
All right, yeah. Heading into the end of the year on a good note, back in a bit. Changes. Bowie right now.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our news...
Now, connecting the Valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back on this Tuesday, December 30th. The countdown to the new year is certainly on. I'm Thalia Hayden in for Mary Strong this morning. Jerry will join us in just a little bit from the Weather Center. But first, a look at some of the stories making headlines this morning. Indio police are reporting the number from their weekend DUI enforcement. On Friday, police set up west of Clinton Street on Highway 111, arresting 2 drivers and writing up another 43. One of those arrests was allegedly for child endangerment. Another good reminder as we head into the New Year festivities to celebrate safely, please. Over the weekend, youth voices filled the streets of Cathedral City as a local organization spoke out against ICE activity and immigration detentions in the Coachella Valley. But for this group, protesting is just part of a much larger mission. Our NBC Palm Springs' Alondra Campos has the details.
In 2017, Samantha Rodriguez was still in high school when her family received news that would change everything.
When I first started this organization, it was when my uncle in Kansas initially got arrested by ICE, and we were dealing as a family with trying to figure out legal, proceedings and legal just decisions with our family there.
At a time when fear surrounded immigration enforcement, Rodriguez says she realized youth voices were missing from the conversation.
I was actually I think 16 or 15 when I started it. So I had no, the only leadership skills I had was an ASB, but I definitely felt moved to create something that I guess us as youth could feel more like we're empowering the youth in the community, right?
Since then, United Youth We Stand has served as a youth-based organization built on advocacy, education, and community support. Over the weekend, that mission was on full display as members and supporters gathered in Cathedral City, protesting ICE activity and immigration detentions.
Go, hey, hey! Go home! Donald Trump has got to go!
But members say protests are only one part of the work they do.
A big thing that we saw, especially in our valley with everything happening, was that families were staying without food resources. We created a GoFundMe to get funds to support families that need groceries.
With the help of our community, we received, I believe, $500 in donations.
The organization has also created a broadcast channel on Instagram with more than 300 participants, where community members can share tips and report ICE sightings in real time.
We get personal DMs from people that don't want to be put out, and that want to be more anonymous, and they send us a DM either to our own personal page or they sent us a DM to our account, like our org page, and it's either with pictures and timestamps of when these sightings happen, or it's just a message of what was seen, right?
That tool proved critical just 2 weeks ago when members were able to alert a local family that one of their loved ones had been detained by ICE.
We helped identify someone who was taken. We received a message that because everyone was posting, I believe that his family was aware of what happened as well. So they texted us, or they sent a message and posted it and said his family is aware now.
At the core of the organization, members say, is youth empowerment.
We're really quick to put ourselves out there. And I think that's happened a lot with our generation, where I feel like I've seen a lot of youth-led movements up across California that has really pushed at least me, to continue what I'm doing.
For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Alondra Campos.
Time now to take a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs, where they are getting ready for the big New Year's Eve bash taking place tomorrow night. Jerry is in the Weather Center to let us know if sprinkles are on the horizon. Jerry.
Yeah, sun not up yet. 6:51 is sunrise time in Palm Springs. 62 degrees there. Light winds and 27% relative humidity. Relatively dry today despite the clouds moving in. Right at freezing at Big Bear. 63 degrees at Desert Hot Springs with clouds. 54 at Thousand Palms and Indio, 53 at Palm Desert, San Gorgonio Pass, upper 50s, lower 60s at Banning, Beaumont, and Cabazon. Still a little gusty around the San Gorgonio Pass. Santa Ana wind flow, offshore flow there. Winds not as strong as yesterday, but still a wind advisory in effect through 1 o'clock today. Those same areas, west end of the valley, San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs, into the Inland Empire. So Santa Ana wind flow keep us dry today, although the clouds will begin to thicken thanks to a system that's well offshore, but some of those you could call feeder bands moving into Southern California. So low 70s for highs. Here's a system I'm talking about. It was well offshore yesterday, but it's moving its way toward us. So some of those bands of clouds moving into the area, and that low pressure center as it approaches will bring a chance of rain beginning tomorrow into Thursday. But right now the rain stays offshore. Here's a look at the ensemble forecast for today, tomorrow, west of us, most of the action to the north and west of us, and then widespread rain on Thursday, the 1st of 2026. We'll take a closer look at those forecasts for rain and give you some estimates coming up. As far as dew points, they slowly climb, 30s by the middle of the day with these highs. 72 degrees in Palm Springs, Indio, 73 Cathedral City, 74 Rancho Mirage, 71 at Desert Hot Springs. Clouds still with us tomorrow. Matter of fact, they thicken. Maybe a shower late in the day on Wednesday in the valley. Temperatures will stay on the cool side, and then the best shot of rain looks like it'll happen on Thursday. Again, we'll take a look at some of the estimates for rainfall in the Coachella Valley coming up.
Okay, still up in the air for
Yep.
New Year's Eve. Thank you, Jerry.
Sure.
All right, let's turn to Florida now, where President Donald Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday. The meeting covered the ceasefire plan for Gaza and concerns about Iran's ballistic missile program. Both leaders indicated that it was a very productive meeting. There was little difference between the two sides on most issues other than Israeli settlements in the West Bank. In his remarks, President Trump said the two leaders discussed Hamas disarmament and issued a stern warning if they fail to disarm. The president also said that Israel has lived up to their side of the ceasefire deal. The Trump administration investigating several companies for using diversity initiatives to hire and promote workers. The Justice Department is using the False Claims Act to justify its probes. That's a law designed to hold contractors who bill the government for work that was never performed accountable. The Justice Department believes holding a federal contract while considering diversity constitutes fraud. The Wall Street Journal is reporting Alphabet and Verizon have received demands to supply documents. Neither has commented on the matter. Well, it is time to take a look at your business headlines right now. Here is CNBC's Frank Holland.
Wall Street pointed towards a flat open after the markets fell yesterday, with the S&P posting back-to-back losses. Investors selling off some of this year's big tech winners. That included Nvidia and Palantir. Stocks in the materials sector also coming under some pressure as silver suffers its worst day since all the way back in 2021. We get data today on home prices in the minutes from this month's Federal Reserve meeting. Pop Mart is eyeing global expansion as the Chinese toy maker faces a challenge to keep the momentum going for its popular Labubu dolls. The FT reports Pop Mart plans to open up a flagship store on New York's Fifth Avenue and a separate location in Times Square. They're part of dozens of expected store openings right here in the U.S. Declines in the resale value of the dolls are raising worries about peak Labubu. Samsung is bringing Google Photos to TVs. Users will be able to explore their photo library in 3 new experiences, including Memories, which will show curated stories based on people, locations, and meaningful moments. This is expected to launch in March and will be exclusive to Samsung for 6 months. With your CNBC Morning Business Report, I'm Frank Holland.
It is 40 past the hour, and coming up on your morning news, one of Netflix's biggest shows, Stranger Things, comes to a dramatic conclusion tomorrow night. We have that sneak peek for you. But first, let's head outside, take a look at your Agua Caliente camera in Rancho Mirage. A live look there, pretty clouds there. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen has your full AccuWeather forecast straight ahead. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to
Checking the snow at the tram, not much there. And we have a system moving through very soon that could bring some snow, but we're not expecting all that much. I'll explain in just a bit. Yesterday, we had normal numbers in the valley, 70 the high, under some clouds yesterday, 69 the normal, so we'll call that 70 normal. 32 at Big Bear, 54,000 Palms in Indio, 62 degrees right now at Palm Springs. A little gusty, but winds not as strong as they were yesterday. San Gorgonio Pass teens for gusts. It's an offshore push there, but the source winds are out of the northeast. So wind advisory through 1 o'clock today, west end of the valley, San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs, area mountains, and Inlet Empire. Again, that begins to back off late today, and lighter winds expected beginning tomorrow. Now, as far as rain, yeah, you can see some offshore right now, all part of a system that's approaching us, but the rain will stay offshore today. But a lot of, you can call that feeder bands associated with that low pressure center, which is moving its way in our direction, moving over Southern California. So a lot of clouds today and especially tomorrow as the rain chances move up. This is today's surface map. Low 70s for highs, Santa Ana wind flow, so somewhat dry today under clouds. No rain though. 72 degrees today in Palm Springs, 73 Palm Desert. Overnight lows above normal with lots of clouds. Upper 50s, lower 60s for the Coachella Valley. Okay, tomorrow a low pressure center begins to near the coastline. That cutoff low will pull up some moisture. The GFS keeps most of the rain to the west of us. A couple sprinkles maybe late in the day. And then Thursday, New Year's Day, we're expecting widespread rain over Southern California. Not a heck of a lot. I don't think there'll be any flooding issues. But today, the GEFS says nothing for rain here. And then on Wednesday, tomorrow, most of the action to the west of us, nothing really for the Coachella Valley, and then widespread rain as we move into the first day of 2026. Could get up to maybe 3/10 of an inch this coming Thursday, more so in the mountains and to the west of us. The ensemble forecast has rain New Year's Eve night, but just light stuff, nothing to spoil a party. A little bit of rain, and then it picks up a little bit more on the first of the year. And between 6 a.m. on Thursday to 6 p.m. on Thursday, we're expecting most of the rain to fall. And even there, we're not talking a whole heck of a lot. West End maybe up to 2/10 of an inch on New Year's Day. Okay, as far as the snow level, it stays high. Matter of fact, 11,000 feet dropping to 9,500 feet. That'll be Thursday morning. So that means rain for the tram. And even after it falls below the 8,400 feet level, we're not expecting a whole lot. Wet ground and some additional snow, maybe an inch if we're lucky before it's all said and done on Friday into Saturday. Comfort Air 70 forecast, low 70s today, building clouds. Best shot of rain, well, late Wednesday, maybe a few light showers into Thursday. Thursday looks like the wet day. Not a whole heck of a lot. Temps stay on the cool side, middle 60s for highs. We'll still see some sunshine Friday and Saturday with high clouds, still upper 60s for highs.
Coming up right here on Today, an adorable Today exclusive. We take you behind the scenes with the National Zoo's giant pandas as they get set to mark 1 year since their public debut. Wait until you see how far they have come. It's all this morning right here on Today.
Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Welcome back. The Firebirds return home Wednesday night following their quick trip to Vegas over the weekend, unfortunately falling to the Silver Knights 6-3. But before you go out on New Year's Eve, be sure to grab your tickets to the Firebirds game and enjoy the largest indoor fireworks display in the Valley. Now, immediately following the game against Bakersfield, Acrisure Arena will light up the arena with fireworks to end 2025 on a high note and begin 2026 with a bang. A video there, of course, from last season. The Firebirds, they continue to climb the Pacific Division standings. The youngest team in the league, certainly not playing like it, a team that's 6-3-1 in their last 10. You see there on your screen, certainly an impressive young group that never gives up, always finds a way to battle back. Now, you see Colorado running away a little bit with the division, but really not too far off. Ontario in there, San Jose, Calgary. But if you notice, Calgary playing nearly 4 or 5 more games than everybody else in the division. And then you've got the Firebirds just hanging on just a few points out. So things are looking up, and the Firebirds certainly hitting their stride at the right time. Now, the Cactus Cup sticking on the ice, returning this weekend to Acrisure Arena. It's the second annual event. It features the University of Massachusetts Lowell, who won last year, Minnesota State, Yale, and St. Cloud State. Yale, of course, the College of John Hayden, forward for the Firebirds. The 2-day event starts Friday, January 2nd at 3:30, with the game 2 beginning at 7 p.m. Then the action continues on Saturday, January 3rd, with the consolation game at 3:30, and then the championship at 7. Tickets still on sale. AcrissureArena.com. A lot of fun. Some of the 2 schools brought their bands last year. A good crowd inside the arena as well. So look for that to be the same this year. And then finally, the Desert Holiday Classic continuing today, following a great weekend of over 40 games at 3 different high schools and a slam dunk contest. The tournament finishes strong today and Tuesday. You can still grab your tickets at DesertHolidayClassic.com. There are 3 teams from the top 10 across the state of California, the number 2 team from Nevada and number 4 team from Washington State, and then over 30 Division I commits at some big blue-collar programs. So if you have a chance to get out to Rancho Mirage High School, do that over the next 2 days. And for all local sports, you, of course, can visit our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
After almost a decade, the hit Netflix series Stranger Things comes to an end on Wednesday. Rick Damigella has a preview.
We failed. We never stood a chance. This is not over. Not by a long shot.
Stranger Things comes to a close with a 2+ hour final episode.
Everything we have ever assumed about the Upside Down has been dead wrong.
The show's creators never imagined the series going this far.
We were just amazed that someone, I mean, in this case specifically Netflix, was letting us make the show. I mean, we were pretty young. We were 31. We had only had, really a failure under our belt. So, extremely green, inexperienced, with a bad track record. So it felt like a miracle that the show was getting made at all. So.
Help me find him. Kill him.
It was thrilling and almost overwhelming at first because it was hard to believe that it was real because it was very much driven by word of mouth, and it just sort of built and built and built and then snowballed. And then fear set in because we hadn't necessarily assumed this was going to be a long-running show, and the success meant that we needed to continue this over many years, and we didn't want to let our audience down that had loved these characters, loved season 1, and so quickly the excitement turned to fear and a little bit of panic.
I don't know what's on the other side of any of this. If we want to stand a chance of surviving, we need to be a team.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, it's impressive to last so long. On New Year's Day, our very own Manny the Movie Guy will have his own recap of everything that happened in the world of movies in 2025. Here's a sneak peek of that.
The blockbusters, the flops, the best, and the worst. Hi, I'm Manny the Movie Guy. We'll celebrate 2025, the year at the movies. New Year's Day at 6 a.m. only on NBC Palm Springs.
You don't want to miss this.
And if you would like more information on our stories this morning, you can head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Our top stories, breaking news, all right there on our homepage. We also have a newsroom tab where you'll find our stories and community events organized by date. Check out the programs tab, too. Now, let's take a live look outside at your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. We'll be right back with a recap of your weather and local stories. You're watching NBC Palm Springs in the morning.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back. A quick recap of your top local stories this morning. The search continues for a local 27-year-old man who has been missing for a little over a week. La Quinta resident Daniel Hernandez was last seen on camera at a Santa Rosa pit stop where he later headed down the road on foot. Now, family says Daniel was driven by a friend up the mountain. Then the driver was arrested, and one of the officers said he would take Daniel home, but only dropped him off at the pit stop. We have reached out to California Highway Patrol, who conducted the arrest of the friend, and we are awaiting a response there. After nearly a week of being closed down on Monday, authorities reopened Indian Canyon Drive in Palm Springs. Although a bridge is being constructed to help alleviate future emergency closures like this one, residents are starting to get irritated with the continued problem, especially those commuting back and forth between Desert Hot Springs and Palm Springs. You can find resident comments on the issue on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. And before we go, 2 weeks from now, the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens is inviting the public to join them for World Desert Day, honoring the many amazing desert landscapes around the world and the plants and animals that call home. The event is slated for Saturday, January 10th from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon and includes guided tours, desert plant sales, special food, and immersive educational experiences. These activities are included with regular admission that day. And if you want to get a start on the early celebration, you can check out our very own Olivia Sandusky's special, More Than a Zoo, about the living desert, now streaming on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. So did you see that? Olivia's feeding giraffes, and
yeah,
it's really cool. It's on our website if you want to check it out.
I love the living desert.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cool. We had a Christmas party there. You missed it.
I know.
And they had all the lights out there. It's
it is
pretty neat display.
Great asset to this valley.
Love the giraffes.
Yes. Are they going to love the weather, the animals?
Yeah, I think they will.
Okay.
They like rain, right?
Yeah, they do.
I think. Anyway, we're looking at a low pressure center off the coast. That cut off lows moving in our direction, already bringing clouds into the area. This is tomorrow's rain forecast. Most of the action to the the west of us, although a few light showers late in the day are a possibility on New Year's Eve night. But the best shot of rain for Southern California happens on the first of the year. Again, most of the action to the west of us, we'll see maybe up to 0.2 of an inch on the first. Today, low 70s for highs, under clouds. And again, the numbers go down, rain chances go up as we move into January 1st,
Wonderful.
2026.
Yes. Can you
You're
believe it?
Excited?
Yes. But and I'm mostly excited because yesterday I was talking to those at Agua Caliente in Palm Springs, and they were so nervous about the rain. So you've reassured us. You're
well, yeah, I think that if we
here.
see rain on New Year's Eve night, it's going to be light and not going to bother anybody.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Jerry. Come out and celebrate with us in Palm Springs or at any